Okay, we're back again. Sorry to keep doing this. I don't know why, like, the audio keeps desyncing. And it could be just my internet, it could just be the weather. It still sucks, and I feel bad, like, triple dipping on this, but I'm hoping it finally works. Sorry to keep doing this. Okay, we'll try to make this quick. So, just so, like, this doesn't, like... just a second. On this, but... Okay. So trying to wrap this up. So yeah, I did preparations. I got stuff figured out. I got some items and everything. So we're getting ready for the final assault on Both Are Bad. Wait, what? Both are what bad? The audio sync or... Okay. So trying to wrap this up. So yeah, I did preparations. I got stuff figured out. I got some items and everything. So we're getting ready for the final assault on Both Are Bad. Wait, what? Both are what bad? The audio sync or... Hold on. Internet and weather. Okay, sorry. Everything seems like... The sync seems like it's fine. You know, so I'm going to try to go quick. Yeah, the weather and internet just seem to be, like, you know, against me right now. But that's me trying to, like... Working within my means, trying to just, like, power through this. Okay, sorry. We're going to try and wrap this up quick. Because there's, like, a fight before the mountain. So everyone's getting some flapjacks. Okay, real quick, you need to distress with a smut novel. You two need to chill out and, like, have some drinks. I'm trying to see if I can course correct their relationship. Whoops. Boudica clean the floors. Okay. Okay. That's kind of all we got. We got the trophy, which we needed from, like, the, you know, boss of the last region in order to, you know, even go to the mountain. Okay. So, we're finally going to get into it. Rest. You can still afford more stage code repairs. We don't need them for the mountain. Okay. Here we go. More relationships, so let's see if they've gotten... Okay. Yeah. Now there's a lot of bad marks in the relationships. Oh, God, this sucks. Yeah. So... those are good, but yeah, now there's a lot of, like, downturns in the relationships. So, they are... in the same time in love with each other and super aggro and suspicious of each other. So this could end badly just based on infighting. But we progress.
The great cigarette. Temple of failure and regret.
So we got one fight that happens before we get to the mountain, and then we're at the final boss of the region of this act. And I've not fought it before, so and I didn't do any prior research. So we'll see if this works. So hopefully the audio stays synced. Okay, audio still seems synced, so I'm just paranoid about it. Of course it freaking dodged. I was hoping that'd be a kill shot if it, like, didn't miss. So I upgraded what abilities I could. That thing's down. Good. That makes it easy. I upgraded what abilities I could. I upgraded what abilities I could in the lead up to this fight. So, you know, we got to deal with these guys and, like, the precursor to the real final fight of the run. Good. Just thinking the right moves to use. Alright. So, I appreciate people sticking with me while I'm trying to, like, you know, fighting these, like, tech issues, and I don't know why they're acting up like this. Okay, stunned. Otherwise, she'd get an attack in because she's not going to die from those, from those debuffs. Real close, but she's... okay. Well, we still tanked a lot of damage, so we're good. Okay. A lot of damage, but, you know, she's done for, so we don't have to worry about her. Nope. This has been a pretty good team, considering we had a party member that died along the way. We're just going to hear her fire. We could pass that along, but we don't need to.
At last.
She took extra damage, but it's fine. Okay, armor break. He's as good as dead. Okay. Yeah, just done for. Sorry. Okay. That was the build-up to the real final fight. So now we continue. So now we are in the mountain, and now we're fighting the boss. I forget what it's called.
The Nightmare Gate is revealed. Beyond, only infernal nihility and non-existence.
Here we go. Oh, Christ.
Breathing sigh. Stertorous avatar of ill-concealed rage.
What did that do? Okay. We got this thing. The Seething Sigh. And it's got lungs for wings. Okay, Cat, do you want to sit down, please? Cat, can you not? Okay. Hold on.
Let us take a closer look at
Okay.
the thing.
Seething Sigh. A lot of health, but it's got its lungs. Increased damage and dealt by sundering exhalation. Removed as sufficient damage is taken. Okay, so we gotta damage its lungs just as much as we gotta damage the main body. So, that's the case. Immune. Damn it. Okay.
A breakthrough.
Crit right away, that's good. Okay, yeah. We gotta do a sufficient amount of damage. Okay. Sorry, double checking to make sure the audio is still working. So yeah, we gotta damage its wing, lung wings, and everything else. Shallow breath. So it's the other wing now that's getting a boost, but... Nope, not toe-to-toe. Wicked hack. We gotta keep that up. Again, I don't know what this thing is going to pull on me, so I just got to be prepared for whatever ends up happening. So trying to focus here.
Malaise.
Okay, the wings are immune to fire.
And steady.
Might as well just have a passive heal going. Wrath and Rocker. Okay, good. We've done a lot of damage already, and luckily, we've avoided a lot. Okay, this thing is terrifying, but okay, we might have this. Maybe. Shallow breath. We gotta keep dealing lung damage, but if we keep this up... Yeah, the wings are immune to fire, but the main body...
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
Shoot. It might get its shot. Dying Light. Which is way back. That's not what we wanted to have happen. Hysteria. Okay, no big deal. We've done a lot of damage. This is actually going pretty well. Okay, that Exalted Breath, it got like the big move off, but you know, it wasn't that bad. We're doing fine. Sorry, I've never fought this thing before, so like I'm panicking on like what it could potentially do.
All heroes are human.
We're stacking various like debuffs onto it. I forgot to even attack its wing. Its lung wing. She needs it more than anything. She needs the stress healing. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, it got dazed. That helps. That's not the move I wanted to do, but... yeah, that big breath is like doing a lot of damage, but... Deep breath. It's doing both lungs now. Okay, we're really close. Maybe I can power through it. No, I don't want to use... Damn it. I don't want to use that move. Probably won't matter, but... we just gotta keep applying status effects to the main body.
And steady.
Junie is still defending, is doing a lot of defense, a lot of carrying. And, like, I don't know if this is its only phase or what. Like, this feels like it's going well, but I don't know if this is just, like, only the beginning. Healing cell. No, I need her to move up. Ugh, yeah, 2 lungfuls. Meltdown, this is bad. Our tank, our, like, the big defense now took a big hit, but... Do we heal or do we keep going for the big attack? She can heal herself for a lot. Hey, major crit. That's good. Come on, this thing is almost dead. Luckily, all the stacks we're putting on it is doing something, but it's going to still take, like, some moves to take it down. Armor break. It's going to take another armor break from the status effects. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. Meltdown. It's doing a lot of damage when it gets its air in its lungs, but this might be it. Taking our deep breath. Death's Door, but come on, Searing Strike, Death Blow, but is that it?
Your fault was not in burying your furies, but in thinking they would accept such a fate.
Okay, I couldn't.
The flame.
I didn't want to believe that was the end, but it was. All right, I finally beat Repentance. I finally beat the Sigh. Oh God, look at all those candles. Oh my God, like awesome. Okay, I have not beaten that boss before. That was the first time fighting it, and it went well. This team up happened to work out great. Like there were loads of status effects, loads of everything. Sorry, hot air, just like looking at the stream delay and seeing just sort of like,
the blaze
okay,
in the east wing of
that's
the great
huge.
library.
That is major. Okay, that has finally passed on to the next arc. Okay, sorry, like after finally reaching a new threshold and beating that second act boss, that is big. Sorry, I'm kind of like in disbelief, just like, oh God, there we go, it actually worked. Sorry, like that was a long run and I feel bad. It kind of got derailed by all like the stop and starts from just like the audio issues. But in the end, there we go. Actually managed to pull it off. Like a lot, there were a lot of things that worked in my favor. I'm just sort of like the fire stacking, figuring out Hearthfire, you know, Pericles, the, Jesus Christ, sorry. By figuring out the, sorry, by figuring out how to, Jesus Christ, sorry, I'm so flustered. By figuring out what worked and, you know, Jesus Christ, the doctor, the plague doctor, had a special item that, you know, would stack more, damage over time effects, like as it went. So, you know, and, you know, so her damage over time effects just kept stacking more damage over time effects, and it just kept going. So, like, geez, like, sorry, that actually worked out really well. Like, it's surprising. And I'm just, like, completely caught off guard. But, okay, like, it worked out in the end, and, like, geez, okay. But there we go. 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 Sorry, now that's on record. Hold on. We got... Might as well grab that last Invigorate. Now with 90 candles, I should maybe buy trinkets and such. Honestly, that would probably, like, give me most of my items. Or do I upgrade 23 candles to, like, get the max upgrades for, like, a couple of characters for, like, signature items? Probably a good idea. Sorry, let's see, 23 across. that would get me like 3 characters. Okay, maybe I gotta just like dump it all into like buying items to add to the loot pool. Whoops. See, I got a lot of candles. I can burn that, like adding trinkets.
A welcome advancement.
Okay, now it's spending the candles. So yeah, now we can just spend loads of candles to get like various like, and that's the most candles I ever got from a run, but that's because it's been the longest run.
A drop of sanity in a sea of madness.
I'm looking, because yeah, I'm just going to be spending frivolously, because we should be able to, if we get all like the like items in like a rank, that means just sort of like we now will have like all the items available in the loot pool. So just like more options, more customization, more everything, more inventory. Okay, so that's all the stagecoach items, so that's like all the items we're going to get from the stagecoach. So, whoops.
To recall a thing is to make it real once more.
Yeah, that burned. I probably could have bought like loads of costume pieces for characters, but it's just sort of like, no, I wanted that to... Ooh, Shred of Decency. Interesting. Oh, that's great, actually. What it does? Okay. 31. Let's see. Nope, I keep doing that. Okay. Sorry, like, yeah, this is adding items to the loot pool that we could eventually get. So, like, this is actually helping out a lot for, like, new potential builds, new potential strategies, and, you know, more options, like, when we're on a run. Huh. I've got an idea for that. I wonder if it would work the way I think. And the thing is, this is going to clog up our inventory, like when we start the next run. But okay, sorry. Like, I feel like my energy is like, I'm low energy despite like getting that victory. But it's just like, okay, I'm just on the come down. Like, that was just like, that was a really stressful run. Ooh, nice. Okay. That was a really stressful run. Like, there was just like, I completely forgot you have to like get like a boss like trophy in order to, you know, even go to the mountain, and it's like that was so far in, so it was on the like wharf boss that I've always been terrified of, because that thing can mess you up. But we had a good build. Like, it got better when the duelist died. Okay, but that opens up Act 3, Obsession. So, you know, now we're on to the third act of 5, and so that opens up like more dangers, there are more passive buffs for the enemies, and a all-new final boss when we get back to the mountain. But that's for another night. Like, okay, yeah, like, boy, that burn, like, my energy's on the low because of, like, that fight, but Jesus Christ, like, it was more manageable than I thought, but, like, we had just, like, a lot going for us where, you know, like, yeah, sorry, that was a very stressful run between, like, needing to take on, like, the Leviathan boss, getting stuck fighting a Shrieker, and, you know, then just, like, all dealing with a boss I've not fought before. But there we go. We did it, actually. I'm thinking about being devious, because technically we get some of those items, like, when we start. Everything we just bought, like, yeah, we're already full up, because, like, when you buy an item, it automatically goes in your inventory. I'm really thinking if I can pull off, like, a weird thing. Where is it? If we give a thrilling tablet, I'm almost tempted to like keep the run going, but maybe we'll do it later. Because I wonder if we can like take a flagellant, give him this tablet, 100% damage per missing ally, plus 100% plus per missing ally. So I can, if I only let him in, I can increase his damage and health by 300%, tripling it. And I wonder if he could literally carry like a good chunk of the run. At least a region or two. And then I wonder... And yeah, curing Koopa might actually be like another really good thing. So, I don't know. If I stream this again, yeah, I'm going to try... Range heals 20% damage. Like, I literally might try a Flagellant solo run and just see if that works out. But, okay. In the meantime, like, that's a wrap. This was a very long run. It got a lot of interruptions because of, like, audio issues and everything. And I go, like, against this boss that I've never fought before, I want the audio to be in sync so, like, I can isolate the clip and show it off. Like, you know, I wanted it to work. So, and it did in the end, despite some, like, major issues. But I appreciate the time and patience, those watching, those that were watching, like me, closing off the stream, like, closing off the stream and restarting it 3 times. And I feel really bad about that, but in the end, it worked out. So, you know, thank you for your time. I gotta recalibrate my camera. But thank you for your time. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for listening. It's been really appreciated. That was a really good run. That, like, you know, that was big. So that got me, you know, farther than I ever have. I have not beaten the sighing thing before. And now we're past that. So now we're into a whole new act with whole new issues to deal with. And yeah. Like, and now the rain's picking up again, so probably good. That probably didn't help. Like, I haven't had any other game go out of sync besides Invincible. So I don't know why that decided to act up, but in the end, it worked out. So again, thank you for your time. Thank you for putting up with me. I know most people that have been watching have been from the server. I don't mean to spam. I feel bad kind of posting, especially so much, like posting so much in like promo, because like if people are available to watch, just like I'd like to hang out. Like it's fun, even if I'm like locked in my own little world, like just going on like, you know, going off on like what I'm doing. But you know, I still feel bad, like I'm taking up space when we have so many other streamers and artists and everything in like the thing, and I don't want to clog up space. It feels selfish, but, and I know, and again, that's just me catastrophizing. I'm sure people are fine with it, but still, that's just how it feels. But anyways, but regardless, again, sorry for all the issues, but thank you for still coming along on the journey. Like on this obsession of mine, and that's before we get to the real obsession of like the next arc, but maybe for another time. So with that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara signing off.